In a post-Weird Al Yankovic story world, this movie looks a little bit antiquated, I'm not going to lie. Hi, everyone. Does that make it bad? Not necessarily. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Thank you for hanging in there. We have back-to-back reviews for you tonight. Sorry for the delay. It's been kind of hectic. But yeah, we have another review for you tonight. Long-awaited one. Movies and TVs that we do here. And that movie is... with the very clunky title that is a newer title for it, because I'm Grant the Movie and TV guy, this is Rick with Grant. Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. So, Whitney Houston, Wanna Dance with Somebody is directed by Cassie Lemons, who is a phenomenal filmmaker who started her career with the terrific Eve's Bayou, which is a great film if you haven't seen it. What's this film about? Well, it's about Whitney Houston. It's about her life. Naomi Ackie who's so good on Master of None and is terrific here, plays Whitney Houston. A beautiful, angel-voiced singer known as The Voice. She's the top-selling female recording artist in the world. We meet her as a young woman in 1983 after a sort of framing device involving the 1994 American Music Awards performance. We then go back to 1983. She's singing at a gig with her mother. She has to fill in for dear old mom, and that is when she happens to catch the eye of record producer Clive Davis, who also produced this film. He was played here by Stanley Tucci, who's always terrific, including here. One of our great character actors. And on her rise to fame, she has, along with her, her best friend / lover, Robin. It turned out Whitney Houston was bisexual, and after some encouragement from her father, who was not as terribly trustworthy as a manager, she turns away from that relationship and begins one with singer Bobby Brown, who turns out to be a very complicated guy. To a scary degree. He's played by Ashton Sanders, best known for his terrific work in Moonlight, who's also pretty solid here. On a rise to the top, she faces various ups and downs, including addiction to drugs, before her life comes to a tragic end in February of 2012. And this is the story of how all of that kind of happened, cradle to grave. And how did Whitney Houston become Whitney Houston? That's what the story is about. And this is a very, very clunky way of describing the plot to you. My apologies. Let the biopic begin. So, here's the thing about Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. I think that, first off, I hate the title. I think first off, I have to say, I hate the title. It was called I Want to Dance with Somebody only until like 2 weeks ago, and they said, we should put Whitney Houston's name in front of it. Like, everybody knows that that's the Whitney Houston story. You don't need to... It's the official title, though. It's in the film. It's now the official title of the film. So, here's the thing about it. This movie is really beholden to formula to a kind of almost disastrous degree. It's going to be kind of a hard one to review. It's not the Angry Grant Show. I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was a decent movie, but it wasn't a great one. And I think the biggest issue I had with the film, biggest issues among other issues, was, surprisingly, the filmmaking. Casey Lemons is a really good director. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if someone sabotaged her edit, or if she just kind of stopped giving a shit. The filmmaking in this is genuinely not good. It's kind of bad. Like, it feels like TV Movie of the Week level filmmaking. I'm shocked I saw this in a theater, considering how it was made. And considering who made it. Like, Eve's Bayou is a very well-directed film. I'm really shocked that Cassie Lemons, I think it's Casey Lemons, that she did this movie. Because it does not look at all like a movie with her look and feel to it. It feels like somebody who's never made a movie before made this. And I don't take any play. Yeah, she also did Talk to Me. Talk to Me was a good movie. That's insane. And Black Nativity. Like, how did she make this movie? I'm kind of amazed that this is her work. I also think that, like I said, the main cast is pretty good. Robin is played here by Nafissa Williams, who is actually pretty good here. Considering the last film I saw her in was A Holiday Chance, this is obviously a step up because I really hated that movie, and I hated her character in that movie. But yeah, this movie, and the other stuff around it, like the bit actors, like the smaller parts, for the most part were bad. Like, and when I say bad, some of the acting in terms of some of the smaller roles in this was like Tommy Wiseau levels. It was that bad. It was really stiff and bad. And yet, I'm gonna recommend Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, for a few reasons and one big reason. The few that I'll give is that there are some genuinely good moments here in the screenplay and in the story, even though it is a familiar structure. First and foremost, I really love Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci is one of those actors who, and mind you, the last film I saw him in was one of my best of the year, which this is far from, which was Supernova. Like, he can do better than this. But even when he's slumming it, Stanley Tucci is incapable of being bad, and he's really good as Clive Davis. He gets some really good moments here. There are some good scenes. There's one scene in particular involving the production of The Bodyguard, or rather the pitch to start production on the film The Bodyguard, where he says that she's going to have to delay her wedding to Bobby Brown. And it's actually a really good scene. When she goes, she wants to be in a movie, and he goes, here's a screenplay for a picture. I think you'll like it. It's called The Bodyguard, and it's about a famous singer who has a complex relationship with her bodyguard. And she goes, no thanks, tosses it aside, and he goes, wait a minute, who's the bodyguard? And he goes, Kevin Costner. Then she picks the screenplay up and he goes, but Whitney, your wedding. And he goes, it's just a wedding, Clive. It can wait, it's fine. Don't be so dramatic. That was funny. Because she really wants to work with Costner. That was funny. And like, bits like that, and there are some really good scenes in this of acting when it's really the two of them. Like, there's a scene where Clive tells her, you have to go to rehab. And that scene was actually really well written and well delivered. And actually, even the filmmaking wasn't terrible in that scene. I actually thought that was a really... they kept the focus kind of on them, and just she kind of stayed out of the way and just let them kind of act. And I've also thought the ending was phenomenal. The very last scene of like the film proper was terrific. The performance scene. But here's the big reason. Even that stuff is more of a 3-star movie than what I'm going to give it. So why am I going to go a little bit higher? Just a little bit. Naomi Ackie. I kid you not where I said anything else with this movie, the good, the bad, and in between, I think that she gives an Oscar-worthy performance in this. Naomi Ackie is so good as Whitney Houston, like, is so genuinely good in this part, that she makes the film better. Like, it's one of those performances that, like, can actually forgive some flaws. It's that transcendently good. Like, she's so good, and she alone is the reason I will give Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, the 2-block treatment. That's right. 4 out of 5 stars. But only just. It's kind of a passing grade, like a genuine recommendation, but only just by the skin of its teeth, thanks to Naomi Ackie. If she wasn't here, this would almost be like a 2-star movie. But she makes it a 4-star movie, just on her alone. But yeah, there were some aspects of this film that were genuinely really bad. like I couldn't believe it, they were so bad. However, even that looked good in comparison to the next film we're going to talk about right after this one. So, that being said, 4 out of 5 stars for Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Let's close the book on it. I gotta go. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So we are going to, a follow-up from last week. So we are going to close the book there. Let's do some trailer trash. We actually got some interesting ones this time. Some new ones. Let's see. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, we talked about it, looks good. Elemental, talked about it, looks good. Spinning Gold, this looks genuinely not great, even though I like Jeremy Jordan. This is about the record label that discovered Donna Summer and Kiss, and it looks like it was made by the Lifetime Network. Like, the trailer is really overlong, and it's not very good. It looks very shoddily produced, but who knows, maybe it'll be okay. I'll see it, whatever. A Good Person. This is the new film from Zach Braff, which stars Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman, where Florence Pugh is going to be married to Morgan Freeman's son rather, and she's in the car with her fiance and soon-to-be sister-in-law, and the sister-in-law dies in a car accident, and it ends their engagement and estranges her from Morgan Freeman, and then spirals her kind of into addiction, and she ends up at the same meeting that Morgan Freeman is running, and they start to repair their relationship. That looks actually kind of interesting. It looks like it'll be fun. And it's a good cast, and and unlike some people, I actually like Zach Braff as a filmmaker. I liked Garden State. I liked I'm Gonna Be That Guy. I know it makes me look even more pretentious. I liked Wish I Was Here. There, I said it. I liked that movie. I think it was honestly on my best of list that year, actually. I genuinely liked that movie. So yeah, I'll definitely check that one out. Mithrigan. This is the slightly newer trailer, but we've talked about it before, and it still doesn't look great. We are seeing it in a couple weeks, though, or next Thursday, rather. Magic Mike's Last Dance. I'm actually looking forward to this. I like those movies. 80 for Brady looks kind of fun. Missing. Looking forward to it. We talked about it. I loved Searching, and this is kind of a sequel to that, and Run, another movie I loved, so I'm actually looking forward to this one. And then A Man Called Otto, which we are seeing in 2 weeks, and it looks pretty good. It's the slightly newer trailer. All right, and was there shawarma? Yes, throughout most of the credits, there was additional footage and photographs of the real-life people worth sticking around for. Okay, we will be back right after this for a review of the Indian Bollywood comedy Circus, which is a very interesting film and will be a very interesting review. It's not quite what you think it's going to be. Then this week we'll have reviews of Wildcat, White Noise, and This Place Rules to end off 2022. But we are not done with 2022 movies. We're going to have some catch-up reviews coming in the next few weeks. As we get closer and closer to our epic best and worst stream, and we'll also do a test stream before then. We're still figuring out what we're going to do. We might play a board game. We might finally make Austin watch Triple R. We don't know yet. But yeah, that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love all classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, but that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to have a mail store reviews, listen to other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant, Twitter at Raised Grant, Facebook Raised on Popcorn with Grant, Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.